Uh, okay, so we'll go ahead and which I actually need to disable the overlay, but it's all good. Uh, the So information that you would have gotten during your little skeezer in the previous game. Um, First of all, you would have um you Rindle's eyes roll back in the back of your head as soon as you take off the helm. Um, Fee needs your attention, and she's not being ignored at this point. Um, you appear to be in a kind of a looks like a cross between a library and an office. It's very warm here. Um, Green blotter, um, a mug of coffee, a beautiful red-skinned woman, um, looking not annoyed, not really tired, but that weird look you get when you see an administrator that's been doing their job for way too long and is kind of frustrated. Uh, Rindle, I have some news of your pal Erazu. He's free, but there's consequences.
Aren't there always?
Um, while we were able to negotiate an exchange of prisoners with Nicole Blas, Erazu's the weak-minded fool was unable to resist uh, Bolas's telepathic powers. Pain wasn't a problem for Erazu. He doesn't really experience pain as a normal being would, but the issue is more Nicole Bolas can extract information without resorting to such crude methods. The problem is that he's now aware of Suabos, and specifically Suabos' location. He it, Generally we try to keep this information out of mortal hands, but it might become necessary. He's after Primus. You're muted.
So OOC, I know what that is because I caught up on the Twitch stream. Does
Mhm.
Rindle know what that is? Very well. Then he is going to just kind of look like, okay, yeah, I track. Primus, got it.
In order to understand Primus, you're going to have to understand the creation of your world. Even you have to be aware of the Age of Sundering when the gods warred against themselves, each other. You would know about that. It's an ancient thing. When your twin gods, Ildan and Aaliyah, slept off another of their drunken benders, their charge, the hobgoblins, were left alone for who knows how long. What we do know is the blacksmith Okram, for 3 days and 3 nights, feverishly brought hammer to anvil. No one knew what he was doing until he had succeeded in creating the first sword. By all accounts, it wasn't a beautiful thing. Bronze, fairly dull, heavy, unbalanced. But you have to understand what the first sword was. Sure, there had been axe and spear and knife. These things, they could kill, but they were forged for other purposes. Spear was for hunting. Same thing with the arrow. The axe was for cutting down trees and building. The knife was a utility object. Until the creation of the sword, nothing had actually been created to kill sentient life. It was the first tool built for that, and the hobgoblins worshipped it. As the hobgoblins' deities slept off a bender, the hobgoblins created a god. This god would become known as Primus. He was a god of murder and war. He didn't care about actually winning wars. The other gods had squabbled. The races had squabbled. But Primus just liked violence. He amassed armies of the poor, outcasts, the angry, and flamed long resentments, propped up false kings and petty tyrants, then threw them against each other. He didn't care who won so much as they fought and died. And they did die. Tens of thousands, millions fell. And as they died, the god Blatodea, his name long since forgotten in history, gorged himself on the souls of the dead. He forgot his purpose. The reaper grew arrogant and took Primus in his own hand and sought to wage war against the other gods. It wasn't until a human woman, beautiful, cunning, intelligent, stole the sword Primus from Blatodea, cut him down, severed him into 7 pieces, did the Age of Sundering end. The important part of this is when she killed a god, she became a god. You would know her now as the Raven Queen. Primus is the one thing capable of destroying an immortal. And Nicol Bolas is mortal, despite his own arrogance in this endeavor. He is bound to the material plane and seeks a way of not only becoming a god, but ruling over the rest of the gods. He will come for Primus. Your Surbos is a prison. You all think of it as planet, as a home, but the gods largely departed it. They left Primus trapped there in his form, given to the Imperial dragons to watch over, the purple dragons. Nicol Bolas is coming, and he will destroy the world you hold so dear. Now me, I could literally give 2 shits about some backwater planet. But I imagine you probably don't want to see your home blown up. Furthermore, it would be difficult for us if something were to arise that could challenge Asmodeus's primacy. Other things you should probably know. You're powerful enough now. I'm relinquishing unto you the 78th Legion of Hell. 5,000 devils are yours to command. Unfortunately, they are currently deployed to the guarding the river Styx. At some point, you will have to take charge of them. You are responsible to making sure that their stewardship remains intact, but I give you free charge to do what you will with those you deem expendable. The other thing you need to know, the Hex Blades. I'm sure you've run into some of them. They all in a strange way, owe loyalty to Primus. They are a test, a way to find one worthy of his violence, to take him off the planet and ascend to his, what he believes, his rightful throne over all of the material plane. Do you have any questions for me, Rindle?
So, the first one that I have, the Abyssal Shear, when
Mhm.
combined with its mate, with its mate, the I forget what they were called, the scissors,
The
were
Elysian
also
Shear.
able, the Abyssian Shear, were also capable of killing an immortal, correct?
They're able to sever the soul of a being. So theoretically, they
Okay.
could
So
confine a
not
god to
necessarily.
the astral plane.
So not necessarily ended. Whereas Primus then is actually a more permanent.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay,
We're
definitely more
not
important.
even quite sure what Primus does. Primus himself seems to get more powerful when he does so.
Gotcha. So, what would you prefer the fate of Primus to become? Am I to focus on keeping Nico Bolas at bay, or trying to find Primus first and do
I
something?
relinquish how you want to handle it up to you. I would recommend not touching Primus. He has a way of taking over those who wield him.
So it also would not make a fitting gift for you then.
No,
Okay.
I am plenty strong, and you know that I am quite capable. But even my being is not capable of controlling that creature.
Can the blade be destroyed?
If there's a way to destroy it, none of us have found it.
Uh-huh.
Your best endeavor. There are beings on Surbos, strong beings who are essentially the jailers. I hate directing you towards her because she is one sadistic little bitch. But Wen Feng is one such jailer. The mistress of chain is inclined to your persuasion. If you can convince him, and believe me, it's going to be a hard sell. General Feyrick of the Heavenly Legions commands a full choir in the wastes. He would be able to assist as well. There are also individuals of certain power. Thrace currently holds Primus in his strange prison. Damon is able to. Damon has shown the ability to stave off some of Primus's effects, but even he can only wield him for 15 minutes without succumbing to the violence. And any of the Havelocks have been shown to be useful in the past.
Are there any other suitable prisons where the blade might be hidden away from its suitors, or is Zulabos pretty much the only one out there?
Eberron would work.
I've heard good things about that place.
I don't think even Nicole Bolas could easily get through the Kyber Belt. Other than that, there's if you can find somewhere in the astral plane to dump it, Nicole Bolas has issues traversing the void. But again, transportation becomes an issue. Even
Sorry.
even if somebody doesn't wield it, if you're within a mile of Primus, resentments long thought buried tend to rise to the surface around him.
And do we
That's
know of any way of shielding ourselves from this long enough to get the job done, since you've said the Harlocks and Damon have found a way to stave it off at least temporarily? Like, do we know how they manage that?
Damon manages it because Damon is a shard himself of Blatodea. He is the heart of the dead god. The Havelocks, I have no idea how they do that. Penny is an interesting dragon, and Ethan's, as far as I can tell, incorruptible.
Interesting. And does the Master figure into any of this at all, or is that just another problem to wait for another day?
The Master is yet another shard of Blatodea.
Thought that he might be. Fantastic. Good to know. What of the other shards? Do they have a stance in the disposition of this weapon?
Shar would be helpful.
Do we trust her help?
Don't.
I know I travel with a priest of hers, and I trust him as far as I can throw him, which worries me if we're going to allow him to get this anywhere near this blade.
Rendell, I don't trust you.
Oh, I don't want the blade. I have.
I
This
mean,
one.
I
Bad
don't
enough.
trust anybody, but Shar is, for lack of any other issue, she is self-serving to a fault. She is as trapped on Surbos as any of the other shards. In fact, any of the shards would be more than happy to take some revenge on Primus.
And it sounds like an alliance worth humoring at the very least, and using as far as I possibly can.
Then I will. The 7. I suppose I might as well tell you that. So, Damon is the heart. Shar is the spirit. The one you call the master is the form, the body. The sorry, I'm trying to remember all their names. The
Damon?
princess.
Well, we already got Damon.
Damon's the heart.
The Shylocks?
Havelocks are not a shard.
Oh, okay, they were just dragons. Got it.
Okay. The Prince of Sands is his youth. M is his hate. Sorry, they are very specific, and I'm trying to remember them all. I'll get you the other two off stream.
Okay.
I don't have it right in front of me, and it's very
No
important
worries.
I give you the right information on those.
Gotcha.
You'll be able to find M in her castle, near Ravinia, the capital of the Center Continent. The master, you seem to be already keeping track of him.
Only as far as has been possible, which has not been very much. Seems easy to let him find me. That's about the way we keep control of him.
Damon wanders the world as a hobo, essentially. But if you find anywhere with a rather large infestation of undead or zombies, usually Damon's not too far away. And the Prince of Sands is in the wastes. Although I think he got discorporated a few years ago. It usually takes the young prince some time to reform himself. I do not know when Nicole Blas is coming, just that he will be coming.
I'm sure he'll be along far sooner than I will appreciate him arriving. That was quite the unfortunate encounter, how that played out.
I will tell you, one of your strongest allies might be that strange former tabaxi you had in your party.
She has come in handy more than a few times.
Her god. She
The
says
dreaming one.
says this
dreaming
with
one?
quotes, air quotes, is strangely the perfect weapon for a creature to use against the creature Nicole Blas.
Excellent.
As always, information is usually kept for those to need to know. I would be hesitant to share more than you need to your friends.
Always. Compartmentalization. It's our way.
If there's anything else,
Only if you have any additional items, I'm still working on Unity. Word on the streets is that it's not as eradicated as I would have hoped by now, but I will see about accelerating that front as well.
Unity, we have our agents on it. It's slow going. Mortals are easily distracted by novelty, apparently.
True. Sometimes that's convenient, and other times not.
Yeah, it's proving extremely annoying in this endeavor. Still, I'll let you get back. I'm sure you one of your friends seems to have found a magic marker.
Lovely. I have a feeling he's going to color my beard and mustache a new color then, isn't he? What a jerk.
Most likely. Okay, and at that, she snaps her fingers and Rendell, your eyes roll.
Dismissed.
Yeah. And as soon as you walk into your cabin, and because I'm sure there's a looking glass or a hand mirror somewhere. But you saw the stream, you know it.
Yeah, I got you. I was like, but I already have a mustache and beard. Oh.
Okay.
Cool.
So I'll let Becca know that she can rejoin the call because there's no way
Sure.
she's. Becca, you can rejoin the call.
Hi.
Hello.
Well, that was entertaining.
What was entertaining? Were you watching?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
I was. Okay, I gotta log off of Twitch. That... Make it stop! It's a loop!
Breathe. Breathing is important.
Sorry. That was a lot funnier than I thought it would be. I literally was caught in a loop where I was saying something and then you'd say something and it would repeat back on Twitch, only I accidentally had Twitch open in 2 different windows, so it was happening 3 times.
It was like Spaceballs.
And I really need to figure out how to disable there it is. Extensions, my extensions. Deactivate that. So there isn't the. By the way, Becca, you saw the weird Twitch extension the entire time you were watching, right?
I did.
Yeah, it showed our D&D characters.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that overlay you were saying, I was like wondering because I was watching the video, and then later on you explained that it doesn't happen when you watch it after the fact, and I was like,
Yeah.
It's it. I understand why they did it that way. It's so because it's just pulling straight off. There's extensions pulling straight off of D&D Beyond, so you would it wouldn't make any sense for people that were watching it after the fact because
Mhm.
they'd be pulling the information after the event. So like it'd be really easy to have spoilers of why is their character listed as dead?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Ay, Dios mío.
Yep.
Okay.
I say we just freed Primus to Frost and call it a day.
Oh man, that would be interesting.
And
we
we have
feed
a
it
new
to-
god of war.
Would we feed it to Frost though, or would we feed it to Ice, your devil?
Oh, I have
dog?
ice. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
wrote down Frost. That was mine. Gotcha.
no.
Ice is mine.
Yeah, you
I
can
need to
change
fix
the
that
name. I'm
notes.
perfectly fine with that.
Oh, continuity rules. I just need to make a correct note of the one that became mine.
Becca, you don't happen to know off the top of your head who were the two I was forgetting? I know we've done the 7, but I can't remember.
Give me a second. I've got it written down. Vinica. Notes.
And I couldn't remember the mummy's name. That's why I went with Prince of Sands.
The Prince of Sand might be written in a different journal, honestly. Darkfall should be after Darkfall. Drunken Fist, Father Coral, Vermilion Edge, Temple of the Shadow, 2 temples in Akira. Okay, we've got Aurelia was never a general. Master being a general was BS. Shar and Damon, Vaselia, which is now Amelia, was the first vampire considered fallen by the other generals, according to Rendell's notes.
Does it say what part of the set or what part of Valor?
12-year-old King Telfi. So
that's be the Prince of the Sands.
Yep. Craven Lord. And the last one is Shining Light.
Okay, Craven Lord is actually a ghoul. That would have that's in the southern end of Akira. You would have actually gotten that information. He's a ghoul king, and then the Shining Light is. Oh, I remember the Shining Light. You just get the title Shining Light, and it's at the center of the planet. Is basically what you like. You have no idea how to reach it.
Gotcha. And we don't know what Amelia or the Shining Light are of the body.
Amelia is a vampire.
But she was Vasilia. She's now goes by the name Amelia, and she looks like she's 14 years old, but she is a master vampire.
What is she like? We have youth. We've got hate, heart, spirit, body
She's hate.
form.
She is hate.
Oh.
Yep.
I thought somebody else was hate already.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
M. Amelia is short.
Amelia
M is short for Amelia.
Gotcha. Now I understand. So that means I'm still missing. So I'm Amelia, so I have Shining Light. I'm still missing someone then. Prince of Sands, Amelia, Shining Light, Damon, Shar, and the Master.
The Prince.
The Craven Lord and the Prince.
Craven Lord, that's who I'm missing. And what's he?
He's a ghoul.
He's the hunger.
Okay.
Nom 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 nom.
Gotcha. All right, now I have level 7.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Shayna.
Hi.
Hello.
Don't worry, Rindle was not plotting your death.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was, honestly.
Rude.
I'm some grand sacrifice or something, I'm sure.
Nonsense. He doesn't know you well enough for that yet. Sacrifice has to mean something.
Mhm.
No. Not like it's a sacrifice on your part, just that I'm dead and it achieves a goal. That kind of sacrifice.
Those kind of sacrifices are pointless. You got to have a real sacrifice for real power.
Otherwise, it's gotta hurt, right?
Right?
Yeah, actually, that is a rule in our world, is that sacrifices don't mean anything if they are not actually sacrifices.
Mm-hmm. Hence, I'm good with blood magic now. You know. So really, the party members I could get away with actually sacrificing for power is a pretty small list.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's not me. I just want to stick around a little longer.
Don't know you well enough.
Don't kill me yet. Don't kill me yet.
I think Mist is on the short list.
Technically,
Yeah.
Rendell doesn't yet know how to blood sacrifice somebody other than himself right now.
Not yet, but
Not
someday.
yet. It is an ability that you can eventually get, but yeah, right now you don't know.
Who am I going to sacrifice? Mist. I'm going to sacrifice Mist.
Like, he likes Full Moon, but Full Moon's expendable.
Yeah.
End of the day. He's like his most useful tool, but he's expendable. Marlowe's good for a laugh, but, expendable. Captain Miley, fellow dwarf, but really don't have a whole lot in common there beyond that, other than, here's my Patsy. So, yeah. I think that leaves you, Mist.
Yeah, I think it does.
And you gave me a new puppy. Now
Yep.
we're really friends.
Technically, probably ice would be your strongest sacrifice.
Well, that's still new, so we don't have
Yeah.
the same bond yet.
Or Arizu.
Arizu would probably be pretty painful to lose.
Mhm.
He's pretty handy. He's also my mouthpiece to my pact, so that wouldn't work out so well in the end, I don't think. Probably lose a lot of power that way. Have to find a new patron. You never
Yeah.
know. Can you sell your soul twice?
It would end up in a legal court at the end of your life.
Unless you choose the right patron for your second one.
No, this was actually a discussion we had involving there was
Oh.
a weird problem that came up early in the game.
Ah.
Let's see.
It's entirely possible Full Moon would get called to the demonic or the devilish courts, Hell's courts, because he's intentionally misrepresenting the books frequently.
That's fair. I believe that, actually.
Mhm.
But it seems more with his chaotic nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we will go ahead and start Vampire.
No Terry?
I'm sure he'll join us soon.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna actually get a
talking
glass of wine then.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So when we left you, I'll ask you two real quick. When we left, you had found some safe respite in La Chat Noir, a burlesque show in the Valley of Los Angeles. Were you gonna stay in the van, or were you gonna stay in the club in their basement for the day?
I think we did all agree to go in.
I don't
once,
think they gave us much choice. I think they
Yeah.
pretty much said we are staying there. That's how I thought it played out, but I could be fuzzy.
No. You had a choice. You didn't have to stay there. It was just the place that Eki sent you to lay low for a bit. But they do bring your van into a garage area of the club. But I do need to know if you guys who all stayed in the club and who stayed in the van.
I know we at least entered and fed.
The club would have been way more comfortable than the van. Probably only two of you could actually sleep well in the van. Is that Puma?
Yeah, that's Puma.
Okay. So whoever, I need everybody. We'll start this with everybody to do a humanity check. You're gonna do a frenzy roll. As the club, you awaken to the club being on fire. Um.
So I would have been sleeping in the van, most likely.
Well,
Well, you didn't give me a chance to answer.
Like,
I still do the humanity check. The reason I'm asking is because the fire in the garage is going to be significantly less Inferno-esque as opposed to the fire in the.
Okay.
Okay. CC, I kind of figured this. You're fine.
is it the empty blocks or the filled blocks? I
Filled
forget.
blocks for this one.
Okay.
The filled blocks?
Yeah, the filled
I
block.
thought it was the white ones.
No, the white ones are your empty blocks. It is the completely filled blocks, not.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
You don't deserve your humanity.
Okay, so Becca, you fail, and that's a bestial failure.
Can I use my Golconda to
Yes.
ignore my friends? Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to ignore my frenzy.
Okay, the next time I call for a frenzy check, you have to frenzy though.
Yes. I will get the van ready and pull up to whatever entryway I would think Harrow, Cece, and Yuri would be coming out of.
Okay, I'm gonna roll Yuri's check real quick.
Yay, Golconda.
1, 2,
Golconda's a
3,
myth.
4.
Don't let them tell you otherwise.
Okay, so Yuri is able to succeed as well. So, who did anyone stay in the van with Lily?
I probably didn't.
Okay, so so I'll say that all three of you, except Lily, wake up in the basement, and yeah, it is a roaring inferno. You also you also hear, not see, sorry, hear shouts going on upstairs. It sounds almost like there was a fight going on. You can tell by the way that it's early evening. Sun has probably set, but there's still, I wouldn't say light out, but it's just past twilight, so it's not super dark out yet. But you're not going to risk getting exposed to the sun right now.
So we won't twinkle when you're outside.
No one sparkles in Vampire the Masquerade.
You said it was just
Thank
past
you.
twilight. I'm just making clear.
Okay.
Oh,
So I need you. So right now, if you head up the stairs, you're going to be heading into the flames. It is a California basement in that it is up to code. So there are windows and like down here, for escape. Like they're required to have them. So it's pretty easy to break out through them, but you're pretty sure you hear gunshots above you. Like it's with the screams of people yelling "fire, fire," and the smell of fire, and the beast war just yelling at you, screaming at you to run, that you are going to die. It's hard to kind of pinpoint what's going on, but you're pretty sure you're hearing gunshots up there.
Yeah, I'm going for the window.
I'm just gonna follow him.
I will, if I hear the gunshots outside, I will open up the side of the van near whatever entrance I had picked and pull my gun out.
Get ready for a running dive
And I'll
in.
grab Yuri's collar.
Okay.
I call shotgun.
Okay, so are you opening the window, or you're just going to break right through it?
Can I reach the window? Because the only basements I've been in California, like that window is usually up
Yeah, it's
Like,
up.
high.
It's, but I
don't-
mean,
Do you need a boost?
That's what I'm wondering, if we actually have to work to even get to it.
I mean, it's up, but it's still only like you're tall enough you can get to the
Well,
window.
Harrow's only 5x5.
Yeah,
like,
but-
'cause I thought that would be fun to be able to say.
Oh yeah, you and Yuri actually all three of you are short.
Yep, I was just gonna say I'm a little bit shorter than that. So
Vampire ladder.
So
Vampire
yeah,
ladder.
I actually
Yeah.
normally I wouldn't require a roll, but all of you guys are pretty short. So I'm gonna say that like Yuri is like I give you boost.
I'm going to suggest that we boost the crazy one so she can get a good look what's up there before we go.
yeah, that's what that excuse is, not the her first. Because if there's fire, then she's cut.
Fine. You know what? Ladies first.
Oh, thank you.
In my most suave voice.
Okay,
So
Yuri
much
is like
consider.
I don't care. We need to get out of here though, like right now.
All right.
And so I need give me a wits. Do you want to use just your mundane sights, or do you want to try to like see beyond
Like-
that?
Do you mean like dexterity?
No, I need you because so the window just opens. Like it's not that's not a
Right.
problem. But Harrow just told you to see what's out there, so
Oh, okay.
do you
I
want-
mean, yeah, I can definitely do like sense unseen.
okay, so
or
give me
something
a
like
wits
that.
aspects roll then.
Oh.
One. Okay, yeah. So you, the thing you most, so you can see somebody is watching the fire, like they're watching the exits, including watching the windows. They seem to be in it's a Ford like black sedan, obviously government issue. It's well, actually at this point it would be a Dodge because that's what government's using right now. So it's a Dodge sedan, obviously government issue. They seem to be watching the exits. Only one person is currently in the car. The engine's running. You get with Sense the Unseen. You get something. It registers something you've never really seen before, and you're pretty good with knowing what the various supernatural creatures are around here. It seems human, but there's a twinge of something else that you don't see. It seems weird. It seems, despite there only being one person there, it seems like there's two souls in that body.
Okay.
But beyond that, you can't really tell. Do you go outside or do you wait a little bit?
I would call down to tell them what I've seen.
In relation to their window, which side of the building am I on?
Their window faces the street. The window is purely there as a fire exit, so it faces the street. Yours actually faces an alley, so like you're basically on a corner. So they're facing basically south, you would be facing east.
Okay, so I might be able to hear something if they say it loud enough, basically.
Well, they're in a basement. You'd be one floor above them, so the
Yeah,
chances.
no. They would actually have to like yell out for me or something like that.
Right.
I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
Mm-hmm. You guys would know where Lily is, by the way. She's in the garage,
Right.
just a little bit off of you. By the way, Lily, the garage door is currently down.
Ooh. Oh, okay. If it's down, I need to get it open.
Okay.
Cause if there's not some lever or mechanism to open it, I'm gonna have to open it by hand.
It's an automatic garage door, but the power is out.
Oh yeah, I'll have to lift it then.
Okay, so I
Okay.
need a strength. Just a straight strength roll, honestly. It's
No
not even
athletics.
Yeah, I'll let you have your athletics on this one.
All right, cool.
Like a perfectly executed squat lift or something.
Now that said, I'm gonna say difficulty 3.
Well, that's good because I got a 9, a 10, and an 8.
Okay. You're able to lift it just enough. The top of your van is gonna scrape because you're just even as tall as you are, not tall enough to clear the entire van.
Aw, poor Van. I'm gonna have to get body work done again. All right.
Most likely, actually, the van will be fine. The garage door won't like it very much, but I mean, it's a
Well, screw
garage
the
door.
Yeah, screw the garage door. All right, I guess I'm gonna have to drive out of the garage because they were thus far not coming out. And if I get at least on the other side of the garage door, then I think I'd be able to see 2 exits possibly.
Okay, so you pull out. You want to pull back into the front of the building, or do you want to stay in the alleyway?
Well, kind of just. I want to round the corner, but I want to still be near the alleyway.
We do have cell phones that probably work. Just a reminder.
How many of us are required to make this vampire ladder to
That's-
get up? Like, is
that's
one
actually a good
person have a
point.
free hand?
I'm going to text Harrow, and I'm going to let him know that I'm in the alley then before I pull into the front.
So I
Okay.
go from holding someone like this to looking at my phone.
I was on. Okay.
teasing. I'm teasing.
Yeah, your phone goes off with like Lily's little
Yeah.
sound that you have for her.
Siri, read me my text.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So what did you text to Harrow?
I'm in the van in the alley. Where do you need me?
I would be asking Cece now. You heard that, right?
And Cece, you would actually at this point, because of the proximity of what's going on, you don't hear so much the phone, but you do hear the weird misfiring engine of your guys' shitty van.
No, never insult the van.
We love that van.
That's our soccer mom mobile. I sense the van. Our beloved perfect van. That I didn't flip that one time. That
Yeah.
didn't happen.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so if we know where she is, positionally, how far away is that alley from where the government vehicle is parked?
The government vehicle is parked across the street. It is a 2-lane road, so you're looking. So that's 25 feet away from you. The van's probably only like 15 feet. Again, it's just a building, so it's not. The problem is the agent actually spots the van as well, and you can see him. He seems to be fiddling with something in his glove box, but it doesn't look like a firearm. It looks more like a camera.
Great. Okay.
Lily, you would
So-
actually be able to see this as well from your vantage point.
Run him over.
All right, definitely gonna pull the hoodie up.
Are you telling us that this stuff is happening up there, Cece, or are you keeping it to yourself still?
I'm keeping you updated. I have running commentary as everyone's just like desperately stabilizing themselves while we figure out what exactly to do.
I would
So
probably be
I'm-
voice texting to Lily then with,
Yeah,
hey Siri, text Legs, let her know that it looks like we're being watched. And my phone just tried to text someone named Legs, which I don't have.
Okay, so Lily is going to, with her hood up, have her pistol. She's going to wait for whatever camera and whatnot, and she's going to aim to shoot the camera unless she hears from Harrow where she actually needs to be, because she sees they're being watched, but she's not entirely sure where they are, like where Harrow and Cece are.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and use my unerring aim if necessary to
Alright,
do
take-
this.
Give me a rouse check.
It's just 1d10, right?
Yep. Okay, you're fine. You don't get hungrier. Time slows to a crawl as you take your pistol out and aim. Now, so this is going to be at this is going to be a disadvantage because you're trying to shoot something relatively small. So I'm going to have you do a dexterity firearms check. You don't have any auspex, so you don't get to add that to the roll.
Okay, but I still get to add the extra dice, right?
What extra dice? There is no extra dice.
We were talking about my discipline for.
An unerring aim allows
Right.
you to make it so he can't dodge you.
Okay, got it.
He
got
is
it, got it.
considered defenseless for this role,
But
but you still have to actually make the shot. So I'm gonna give you a -2 dice to this. So dexterity firearm is -2, but it's difficulty 1.
oh, cool! I still made it.
So you guys hear a gunshot go off, or actually, well, all of you do, but Cece, you know it's right from the van, and you actually hear somebody say "motherfucker" as the whatever was in his hand just like explodes. And what do you guys want to do?
With the camera out of the question, let's just book it.
Okay.
Book it for the van.
Okay, so the guy starts. So time comes back to normal for Lily.
Okay.
And you see the guy is now like fiddling around. Like it looks like he dropped something. Now he's probably going for a gun at this point. I'm assuming you aimed outside of the driver's side. You didn't shoot through your own windshield, right?
No, that would be ridiculous. I'd
Okay.
likely get pulled over by a cop because of having a broken windshield if I did that.
Yeah, but his window is shattered. His camera is broken, so he's reaching for a gun. So all of you guys clamber outside. I'm not gonna have you guys do any rolls on that. Like again, it's a fire escape window. It's what it was designed for. And Lily, I need you. I'm assuming you're kind of do this in a hurry, and you already opened your passenger side door.
The actual like sliding door on the side of the van.
Yeah.
That would be next to the building.
Okay, so I need. Yeah, that's fine. What I need from you though is a dexterity drive check, to figure out the difficulty number because he's gonna try to take some shots at you.
Why did that do that? Oh,
Is it the 4d10 or the 5d10?
It should be the 5d10.
Okay. So 1. So it's a difficulty 2 for him. Fortunately, he's not that good of a shot anyways, and he has penalties because he's flipping around for a gun. So he does manage to put some bullet holes in the side of your van, but he doesn't pop a tire.
Do we get to return fire? Because
If you want to.
I was gonna say, do we
Oh, yeah.
still have those re-rolls? I think we were down to 11 of them cumulatively.
Well, I still had $10, which would have been 5 rerolls.
Yeah, so you're not in a heist anymore.
Yeah.
I will give you, so you can re-roll your own dice. I won't have you be able to re-roll other people's dice. So yeah, you have now 2 bullet holes in the side of your van, but
It'll give it character. We're going to have to get a new paint job, though, because we need to incorporate those into the design.
Oh, yes.
I would like to return fire because just for the principle. I'm not very good at it, but I'm going to do it anyway.
okay. Go ahead and roll dexterity firearms.
4.
And he actually gets a dodge roll against you. So you got 2, and so did he. So he's able to like duck behind his door frame.
Can I shoot one of his tires?
You're driving. You will definitely have to reactivate
The rouse check, the unerring aim?
yeah.
I can say it works all the time in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and try. I'll do my rouse check first.
You have to shoot from the side like that.
Okay, you're good. So now 60-10.
It improves your aim.
The gap has
Difficulty
to be
1.
sideways.
Say again?
Difficulty 1.
I am rolling like shit tonight.
You're rolling like shit, but you still managed to pop that tire.
Yes. And as soon as everyone's in the van, I'm going to start driving.
Okay, so the guy he had his engine going, but because you just popped his tire and he tries to peel out and I'll say you take out one of his front tires because that's the most advantageous in this situation. Instead of going forward, his car would actually fish hook around and actually end up pointing the opposite direction. As one of his front tires is moving significantly slower than the other tire.
As I drive away, I'm going to reach my hand out and flip him the bird.
Okay.
I clamber into shotgun.
Okay.
I'm gonna slide the door shut now.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna ask Yuri
Priorities.
yeah, and then I'm gonna ask Yuri if he's okay because he didn't pull out a gun and shoot too. So I'm concerned for his well-being.
Ooh. His mind is on other things like Groupons.
All my Groupons were in that fire.
Oh! That's so traumatic. Does he lose a touchstone? I feel like he would.
Are Groupon's his touchstone? That's really funny if it is.
I don't know, but I want that to be true. He's like, I was gonna get a Groupon to fix the van, but they burnt in the fire.
Okay.
We've broken Scott.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. Okay.
I'm not sorry.
So you are currently in the Valley of LA. You have no idea what just happened, but the club got lit on fire. There was obviously a government agent outside who you just popped his tire and destroyed his camera. Where do you want to go? It's the early evening. You could make your way back to the Bay Area if you wanted to, but you're not sure it's safe because you've only been gone a day.
I'm gonna suggest that we reach out to Eki because those are his friends and his safe
Yeah.
house. And we had nothing to do with that.
And we definitely
Nothing.
want Eki to know we had nothing to do with that because
We
Eki
were
still was
asleep.
kind of
He needs to know immediately that I had nothing to do with this.
Okay, so you didn't get another number from him. So if you call the previous number you reached on him, it goes straight to the number you is not currently in service, and the voice bot a non-service number message.
Motherfucker. Probably in Hindu.
Is there some other way we could leave him a message?
If you got to one of his contacts, you are in LA, so
I think it was previously established that Lily knew how to get a hold of him when his changed. I think
that was when Eki had gone out of town. This was a last minute thing unless Eki gave me another contact number. My only way to get a hold of him would actually be to try to reach out to
his
probably Anthony's girlfriend. And
right.
That's going to be...
It was the way Lily could get to hold of him before was Eki's various agents in the Sonoma Marin area. You're not there, so you don't really have a way of doing that. Now, Lily could probably call one of them, but that's going to be a roundabout way of doing so. You could try that, or you can try to get one of the contacts in LA. You know two of them. One is Nines Rodriguez, who works or owns a shithole bar in downtown LA. There is also, and then there's Therese Vorman, who Cece knows pretty well, who runs Club Asylum in Santa Monica. Beyond that, I would need a intelligence history roll from any of you to figure out the political situation in LA right now.
History. Would that... Okay, I'm not seeing history.
Is it
so...
politics?
Academics. I think that falls
Yeah,
under
there's a
academics.
Politics?
Politics.
Yeah.
Give me an intelligence politics roll. Sorry, I too many character sheets in my
All right, mine would be that. 2, 10.
Oy.
Hey. Cece, you want to go ahead and roll?
Was it wits or is intelligence?
It's
politics? 'Cause
intelligence.
Shit.
Wow. No one took politics.
We're really distracted by the fire and the getaway and the gunfire.
Yuri actually knows! Holy shit!
Yes!
Harrow
Thank
failed
God.
the relationship test.
My
I
natural
just
10
did.
didn't help.
No, it does not. The natural tens only matter if it's on the hunger die or if it's or if you get 2 of them. The Yuri peeps up. It's like the Baron of Hollywood actually might know a contact, and I've heard there is a new Baron of the Valley who might be able to get a hold of people as well.
New Baron of the Valley.
Yes, his name is Victor Temple.
How new is he?
I think he got installed 3 days ago.
This might be advantageous. If he is just newly appointed as the Baron, this might be a good time frame where he's still trying to settle in to actually capitalize on maybe making a contact.
Do we know what clan our host was? Like, was he Setite also?
She was set tight.
Sorry, so she was. So I still think the big focus here should be getting word to Eki. Like, whoever we do it through, if you trust some new guy that we've never met that's new, okay. Or we can go through someone that Eki knows also, i.e. Nines or Cece's friend at Club Asylum.
Well,
Jeez.
probably going to Cece's friend Therese might be best since Cece actually knows Therese versus Nines. I don't think any of us know, right?
I don't.
I just know he was supposed to show up at a party, but he didn't come.
Okay, so to Santa Monica then?
Yeah.
I mean, that's my vote. I mean, new
No,
barons are cool and all, but
Yeah. No, I'm
this is
totally
like
good
a
with this.
organized thing, and we knew and we didn't tip anyone off, now we're culpable.
All right. To Santa Monica. I will
Oh.
start driving there.
Okay, so you're headed to the Santa Monica Pier. As you arrive, it's near the
On fire.
Club Asylum. No. You arrive at Club Asylum. It's so you park near a diner. The diner itself is next to a junkyard. Just past a kind of a building that's under. It looks like it's being reconstructed after. Looks like honestly like a bomb went off and took out this building, but they're currently under reconstruction. Club Asylum, a huge marquee, basically takes up this entire block. It sits in front of you. Just past Club Asylum, it looks like there's some type of medical clinic. It's not a hospital. It looks more like it seems to cater more to the underprivileged. It's not a free clinic, but you also see this is obviously not a great neighborhood. You see some pawn shops, some like
Payday loans.
payday loan areas. There is weird. The only thing that really stands out is, beyond the hospital and Club Asylum is there seems to be a place that specializes in prosthetics, which is kind of weird, and a art gallery near here. There's also various apartment buildings and like it's and then obviously there's the pier. Santa Monica Pier is just a little bit off of you. You can see the signs for beach and no open alcohol containers within 100 feet of the beach as per California law. Blah 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 blah. So, but you guys are just gonna go to Club Asylum?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So as you enter, a horribly obese man is working the bar. He's wearing a black wife beater, he looks greasy and gross. His head is shaved with a tattoo on top of it. Um, he's missing a few teeth, and to Cece and Lily, he leers at you uncomfortably. Um, uh, you're pretty new faces. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for Therese.
Uh, I'm sorry, I was giving you the wrong name. You actually know Jeanette, but yeah, is it,
Oh.
but is it? Sorry, that just screwed me up. But
Alright.
Jeanette's not here, but Teresa is. She's up in her office.
Okay, thank you.
He indicates an elevator, or I'll send down the elevator, honey. And he presses a button under the bar. Can I get anybody anything? My bar is well stocked. Perhaps you're looking for something a little more special.
No, thank you.
Other than that, you can see the club is, despite what you guys saw previous in Club Asylum in San Jose, which was very exclusive. This club actually seems to be kind of egalitarian. There's not a lot. It doesn't seem to be. It just seems to be a place for people of Santa Monica to dance. There was no real line. It's packed in here though. There was no real bouncer. You do kind of notice some people making sure no one causes problems, but and they are definitely over capacity right now. But you hear a ding as the elevator door is open. No one pays it much mind. It looks like no one really gives a crap about. You can tell that it's not like other clubs where there's an observation deck. It looks like there's just offices up above.
Okay.
You guys
We
go.
just go on up, yeah.
Okay. As you guys kind of go on up, the elevator exits into a really small hallway with a door, which is open. Standing there is a woman in a very well-tailored, tight-fitting business suit. Her blonde hair is pulled very tightly into a bun. Horn-rimmed glasses kind of let sit low on her nose. If you didn't know any better, for those of you that made a note of it, she looks amazingly like Jeanette. But while Jeanette had an air of almost flighty, like disregard, she assesses you. It's like it would be like being appraised. She just kind of give you a complete one over.
Hero turns on the charm.
No,
Yes.
no,
Like
No.
arranging the eye contact,
No.
giving the nod.
no,
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
no, no.
I'm appraising her right back, like the up down, the eye contact, and the nod. Mm-hmm.
Can I help you?
Therese, hello. Nice to meet you. I've met your sister Jeanette. Perhaps you know.
I think Jeanette's mentioned you. As you kind of peer past her, just noticing, you see an office that also looks like it's also part of a bedroom. The two halves are, the office is very business-like. The bedroom is not. But it seems to be separated by like a rice paper curtain, like the Japanese.
The folding curtains. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. And but she just looks at you, kind of bored. Is there something I can help you with? My bartender said that you were looking for me specifically.
Yes, we actually were just caught up in an incident that involved some of Eki's people, and we were hoping that you would be able to help us get a hold of him to warn him in case there could be some kind of danger.
Of course. And she actually like sticks her head back through and like, Eki, you have visitors.
Yay!
Eki, you've never actually seen Eki disheveled, but he's looking fairly disheveled. No
Did he
makeup.
come from the bedroom side?
Mhm.
Nice.
Yeah, so back off.
Shirt is buttoned, but like normally he's wearing a vest and like pretty coiffed. Right now he's just wearing basically slacks and a nice silk shirt, one button undone. Ugh. You get. What are you doing here? You're supposed to be at the Chat Noir. Weirdly, so Eki is not wearing makeup, which makes him look even more feminine than normal.
So,
Okay.
problem with that, Eki, it's on fire and under surveillance at the same time.
It's
not really the
on
kind of place
what?
to play it right now. Yeah, not what I
Government
wanted to wake
vehicle.
up and see.
A gentleman with a camera that Lily expertly shot.
The camera, not the guy, to be clear.
Not the guy, just his camera and his tire. But he was alive when we left.
Get.
And Yuri's Groupons were caught in the fire, and he is not happy.
Yes, I would like to ask you. I would like to ask you about this. Actually, I had quite a collection of, and Eki is just. I'm gonna need time to process this. Do you have the van? You probably have the fucking
Yes.
van, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
we've got the
Of
van.
course.
There's there is an apartment building just a block down. There is an alleyway. Go park there. Meet me, and he gives you a hotel room key. It's 207. Meet me in this room. We can't talk here. I will meet you there in an hour. Until then, avail yourself of Santa Monica. I need to make sure that Therese is all right with me just departing. And Therese is like, I don't care, Eki.
As that little awkwardness between the two of them goes on, I'm just gonna. It was a pleasure to meet you, Therese. I hope we can meet again next time under more pleasant and business-like circumstances. We will
Or personal
see you
ones.
later, Eki. Not you. I will actually grab you by the scruff of the neck on your shirt and drag you out. We leave then.
See you in a bit. Very nice to meet you, Therese. Sorry for interrupting. We'll leave.
You didn't interrupt anything, and Eki's like, you really didn't.
Okay.
See, told you it could be a party.
I refuse to play even peripherally your wingman.
Aww.
Not with the women I'm already connected with. We find a rando in a bar, sure.
You are technically in
Not
a
these
bar.
Yeah, but she's the owner of the bar, and I know her through my mother. And last time he wanted to get with my mother, so no.
It's not my fault.
Your mother might have
Okay,
a really nice time.
so-
It's literally exclusively.
So you guys going to the apartment building, or are you going to go somewhere, or are you going to explore Santa Monica a bit?
Hotel, because I'd be feeling kind of. Cece's feeling kind of antsy.
Okay.
I mean, they just ran for their lives, and now they're impatiently waiting.
Yeah, park the van, go up to the hotel room. Keep
Okay.
an eye out on the street while we wait, just in case.
Okay, so I think I misspoke. I said hotel. It's actually an apartment, apartment building. But as you make your way to there, it is a shithole apartment. There's a TV that it's a CRTV with rabbit ears antenna. That's how old of a TV it is. There's a refrigerator that looks like it fell out of the 50s. It's that weird teal color, but it's not like the modern ones where you can tell that it's still a modern refrigerator. This is actually that like 50s, 60s sea foam green appliance.
So if there's a fire, I'm climbing in that thing.
It
Could
looks
I-
like no one's really lived here. There are and you can tell that it's been, I would say, about 20 years since somebody lived here. Not 20 years. I'd say 10 years since somebody lived here. You can tell that because there's still 10-year-old bloodstains on the carpet.
Nice.
But
Nice decor.
Since we were just
There's-
having issues with surveillance, can I check around and see if there's anything? My paranoia is kicking in, is what I'm saying.
okay.
And is there something behind the TV or in the lampshade or sense unseen?
Okay, so I actually need you. So yeah, Cece, we're gonna go ahead and give you a Malkavian little incident here. The TV turns on as you walk by. Lily and Harrow, you do not see this.
Yay!
Shrek.
Did you guys see that?
It
No.
turns on, and there's a news report, and like fire in the valley. Chat Noir, grand, great burlesque jewel of Fremont burned down today. The FBI is currently investigating. They believe it was terrorists were involved.
Guys, look,
They
we're
are
on the
looking
news.
for this van. Like, if anyone has information on a white van with 2 bullet holes in the side of it, please contact Agent Larson. We are also on the lookout for 2 missing FBI agents. If you have any information on the whereabouts, please, and then it gives you a phone number.
All right.
And
I
then at this
immediately-
point, actually, the announcer immediately points to you, Cece, like, there is some horrible things going on in LA. You are with some horrible creatures, and it is time that you think about cutting and running. And then the TV turns off.
Cece, who are you talking to? Why do you keep looking at the TV?
Why are you surprised about this, Lily?
We were on the news. The anchor man, he was just talking about us.
For
They know
anyone,
about the van.
Harrow, you actually have a decent technology. This TV can't possibly work. It's not. It's plugged in, but with those antennas for the past 8 years in the United States, we've been on like broadcast television is on digital broadcast television. These are analog antennas, and there's no cable jack.
So
They
CC
described
mentioning-
the van and the bullet holes. They
Cece,
know.
Cece, would you help me with the van? Since you mentioned the van, I forgot I need to reskin it. Could you just give me a hand real quick?
We also need to move it several blocks away if we can. We can walk back. We have an hour. Drive 20 minutes one direction and run back.
So you
I want to
Vehicle.
cover our tracks as much as
Lovely.
possible. Reskin the van wherever would be safe to. Drive it off somewhere.
I was
Come back
thinking
on foot.
backing it further into the alley we're in.
You're back. So the alley ends in a fence. So you'd have to actually break through the fence to get out
Yeah.
anymore.
Just come help me with the reskinning. We'll take a look at it, see if it looks like the same van once we're done. It shouldn't. The next layer, if I remember right, it's kind of a weird blue color. It's got some racing stripes down the side.
It does. So if you go reskin the van, and I will say this, you very much know this. Yeah, it'll look very different. Still have 2 bullet holes in it.
Yeah, what about the bullet holes? The bullet holes are the part that they described. Can
How many
we
layers
fill
before
it
you
up
get
with?
leopard print?
There are 10 total layers, but it doesn't matter. There's bullet holes. I went through
But
all.
are any of them
Duct
leopard
tape.
print? Are any of
Could
them
we
leopard print? Covers that
I don't know
right
how
out.
reskinning a van works. Could we duct tape it or put plaster and then
So-
put the vinyl over it?
So the reskinning is actually peeling off a layer of.
It's like a giant
Um,
vinyl sticker. So what you could probably do is there's a pawn shop literally next door to you. You could probably get some Bondo and deal with it that way.
We're doing that as well because the
Okay.
bullet holes are the big problem.
All right, would you
Please.
go ahead and get the Bondo? I'll start skinning.
Got it. I'll go.
Okay, so
But-
is,
And I'm gonna
TV.
watch your TV. Great.
Let me know if it comes back on and they say anything else. If it says anything else, call me.
You'll be my first call.
I
After the
do-
psychiatrist.
I do exchange a look with Harrow before I leave to work on the van.
okay, so
I don't notice it because I'm busy saving our skins.
so as you go to the pawn shop, it's easy enough to find the Bondo. Behind the counter is a it looks like a surfer that's spent basically too long on the beach. Hello? Wow, we don't usually get customers at night. Bondo. You repairing your board, ma'am?
Yeah, I busted it.
Oh,
I didn't strap it tight enough to my bike and it fell off.
That sucks. I've never seen you out here. The waves aren't exactly great this time of year. You might want to, but okay. And it's like $5. He's completely confused.
Yeah.
Are you sure that's everything you need? He kind of
Is
gives
there
you a look like he's expecting you to say something. Like,
well, no, I'm not buying drugs. Is there anything else that looks like it would be appealing to me here?
well, I don't really sell drugs. I buy drugs if you have any, if you're holding. But no, it's just more. I mean, we normally specialize in this, and he pulls out a case of. It looks like a bunch of illegal handguns.
I don't know how to use those, so it would probably be safer for me to not have one.
Okay.
Do you have any like really pretty knives?
Oh yeah, we definitely have those. And he goes down and he pulls out a large K-bar combat knife. It's like that. The blade's like that long.
All right, I'll take
She
that.
specified really pretty.
Mhm.
Hey,
Needs to be ornate.
efficiency can be pretty.
It's a pretty knife. For people
Okay.
that like knives.
I love knives. So there you go.
Okay. So the Bondo's $5. The knife's gonna be 50. So he's literally counting on his fingers at this point.
This is like
$55.
I slide him exact change so he doesn't have to think about it. No math.
He literally goes 20, 40,
Ugh,
50.
I hate how authentic this is. So realistic.
Yeah, he is able to. He does it, and then you have your Bondo and your combat knife.
All right. I just leave and I go to find Lily.
Bye,
and Lily.
ma'am. If you ever want any illegal and he's actually yelling this. If you ever want illegal handguns, you know where to find us.
I'm pretty sure everyone will know where to find you. Just keep shouting. Sales will skyrocket. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So we go and help repair the van.
Okay, it's easy enough. You're able to. I would say it takes you like 2 of your things to find one that the Bondo actually doesn't stick out like a sore thumb, and you're able to kind of, because Bondo is by its nature just gray, so you're able to kind of blend it in. An hour passes. Eki shows up looking a lot more like himself. So, how did you set fire to the Black Cat?
This
We
was
didn't.
not our fault this time.
We were asleep and
Fire.
woke up and it was on fire. And I think I heard gunshots.
Give me a second. And he goes into, and it's a rotary phone, not a touchtone phone. So it takes him a while to to call somebody because it takes forever to call anyone on a rotary phone. God help you if you dial the wrong if you dial the wrong digit.
You have to start all over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
good old rotary phones.
it's like, yeah, it's Eki. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I have the other. All right. They're where? Fuck. Okay. He actually looks at you guys and Yuri. Yeah, they might be able to handle it. Okay. I'll see what they can do. I'll let you know. Bye. He hangs up. You're right. It wasn't your guys' fault.
Told you. Called it.
Problem is whose fault it is makes things difficult.
Who was it?
It was the Baron of the Valley. Victor was there, and his ward, he says his ward Annabelle, and Nellie Griffith. They apparently disappeared in the sewers. No one knows where they went. I might have to send you guys to find them.
So why did they set the fire, though?
They didn't. They were attacked by some feds during an interrogation with somebody else. Apparently, you, us, all of us just stepped into a shit pile. And in order to get it unfucked, we're gonna have to manipulate some things and get some people to owe us some favors down here. Which, and he looks pointedly at Lily, you are going to need soon.
Yeah, I should have just ripped that guy's head off.
Yes. Yes, you should have.
I hang my head. I don't look Eki in the eye.
Hera's
pat
literally
your
gonna
shoulder.
be like, yeah, it's okay. There's always next.
I don't
Remedial
say
head
there's
ripping.
always next time.
Remedial head ripping is a very fun class. Like,
Well, we might find out. They are currently in the Nosferatu labyrinth below Hollywood, trying to track down their pet Nos Jasper. It's going to be it's going to be a shit show. It's up to you. Honestly, really, the politics of LA doesn't really bother me any. As long as they keep the ward of cams here and not back in the Bay Area, I'm good with whatever. But, again, looking straight at Lily, you need friends.
I'll be your friend.
All right, so what do we do? Do we go after the ones that have gone in the sewer, or are we going after manipulating the FBI and their chain of evidence?
Either way works, although I don't know how you're going to... I don't know where the FBI has their evidence. And as far as I can tell, there is... some blurry pictures got taken of a van, but no real descriptions. We've blocked all the news from coming across.
But the TV.
What about the TV? It's been broken for
The
7
TV
years.
But it told me.
Told you what?
It told me what happened, the fire, and that they knew about the van. The
You've been
TV
hanging out
told
with
me.
Borman too long.
Who's Corbin?
Jeanette, I think.
Ah, rude.
Well, I've
I go and
reskinned the-
poke at the TV. I'm ignoring Eki now.
Well, I've reskinned the van and we've patched the holes. I did shoot their camera. Kind of surprised any footage was left. But
As I said, it's blurry as shit. I think it came from a security camera across the street. It doesn't show a license plate. Doesn't show. You said bullet holes. That didn't even get into the
There were-
report.
There were 2 agents.
There were 2 agents that were missing. That is true.
Ha!
we
And how would I know that except for the TV?
Or because you were there and counted.
There was only one.
no,
we
there
only
was one.
saw one.
There was one in the driver's seat, and there was
There
one.
was one in the car.
camera.
2 made it into the club. The 2 in the club are very, very dead. I guarantee you. But they are missing, and a bolo has been issued for them. There's nothing we can do about that.
Yeah, she is. Well, should we investigate in the sewers then? Try to help out that, or try to track down the FBI agent that we saw.
If you don't want to go into the sewers, we're pretty sure where they entered and where they exit. If you wanted to just do a stakeout for a bit, boring as shit, but it won't get you dirty.
Yeah, these are gator skin shoes. I'm not looking to prove the gator worthiness by. They cost someone a lot of money.
Someone else.
Well, yeah. I mean, I can buy them on my own. The only person I give money anymore is Yuri and Lily.
Okay, well,
And me. You've paid me before, sir.
he gives you 2 addresses. And you're like, well, here's the 2 entrances we know about. If you want to just stake it out for the day, it's up to you.
For the day.
Night. Sorry,
Okay.
I misspoke.
Clarifying.
I will relieve you when sun rises.
Yeah, Eki's pretty badass like that.
Interesting. Noted. Okay, I definitely like the idea of a stakeout better than.
Okay, so you have one that says back entrance, one that says front entrance. The back entrance it looks like it's some bar in Hollywood. The other one looks like it's the LA River. For people that don't know the LA River, you would most recognize from the Terminator movies. You know that cement pit that you see in movies all the time? That's the LA River.
Thank you. I did not know that.
I
That's
did-
really sad.
It's pretty underwhelming once you realize that.
At one point, the LA River did actually flow through. Like there was actually water that flowed through there. It's a sluice drive, but the LA River has long since the LA River doesn't reach the ocean. Basically, because of the mass amounts of populace they have in the city, there's not enough water for the city. So,
That makes sense.
but the sluice way still exists. So, but the one that says entrance is there, and then there's one in a bar in Hollywood. It looks like some. It actually looks like a gentleman's club, called Vivian. Called Vesuvius.
Do they have a volcano of beer?
It's
Doesn't sound at all foreboding.
no. Well, you have no idea. It just says it's called Club Vesuvius. It's a gentleman's club.
So I'm guessing Harrow and Yuri should go there, and CC and I take the front entrance.
Yuri's not going there without a Groupon. Let's be real.
And apparently he doesn't have any Groupons anymore, so
Actually, at this Yuri is actually on the shit beige CRTV computer that's hooked up to the internet, like chicken pecking at the keyboard and going click, 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 click. The IBM piece of crap. There is no broadband connection here, and Groupon has a lot of images. In fact, you hear the horrific sound of
I didn't think those things still existed.
Oh God, the
And is the
memories.
printer one with like the paper that's on a reel?
yeah,
Yes.
a dot matrix.
With like the perforated.
yeah, a dot matrix printer. Yeah.
Nice.
Peeling the sides off that was the best thing about my childhood.
Mhm.
I used to make little like snake course or worms out of them and inch them across the table because you could take the two sides and then fold them back on top of each other so they formed a
You
little
actually do now hear the as a black and white Groupon is being printed out. You have no idea what it is.
I'm just really glad that he got a Groupon again. I mean, I'm sure he has a secret stash in his safe somewhere, but
Mhm. Oh, I'm sure, but yeah, finally a Groupon prints out. I have Groupon to Vesuvius.
Okay, I've been proven wrong. They have Groupon's The Gentleman's Club.
You're
There
pretty
we
sure
go.
it covers the cover charge.
Still impressive.
quite.
Kind of concerned what kind of club it is now.
Uh-huh. So Yuri and Harrow, you're going to West Hollywood, and Cece and Lily taking the van to. Okay.
Yeah, because at least so if I remember right, the LA River,
Uh-huh.
there's not much around it, so we're
Correct.
going to need the van once sunrise to sleep, basically. Versus Harrow and Yuri, because they're going to be in West Hollywood, they're going to have a little bit more options for shelter once sunrise hits.
Mhm.
Okay, so do we drop? I guess CC, let's drop them off, and then we'll go to the LA River.
sounds good.
Okay, so you realize that the two directions aren't very far apart, and it's about 5 miles from either, like, between them. So that's not a hard thing to do. You make your way. We'll go to Harrow. Harrow, you're the first one. You arrive at Club Vesuvius. It's a gentleman's club. There is no cover charge. You get the sense the Groupon Yuri printed out is more of an advertisement than anything else.
I'm somewhat relieved. Not entirely, but somewhat relieved.
It's somehow both like the club is both high end and tacky at the same time. Everything's red and blacks. The girls are scantily clad. It is a California strip club, so it's topless only by law. Um, as soon as you enter, you immediately notice uh, a woman with impossibly red hair, extremely pale, and the prettiest set of fangs you've ever seen approach you in basically a negligee.
It's like she knows I like all of these things.
It's like she was personally crafted for you.
Oh,
Trap.
hello, dear. He greets both you and Yuri. I'm Vivi. Welcome to my club. What brings a child of the night like you here? She's not. It's loud in here, so no one's really paying attention to you. But it's weird that she's talking this openly about it.
We came here for a reason, right, Yuri? I mean, this is a great reason.
I have Groupon.
For the record, I don't have a Groupon.
How droll. Would you like the company of one of my girls. You also notice very rapidly that all the girls here are vampires, and that at least 2 of the clientele are being fed on right now.
I mean, we did come all the way down here.
You get the sense the reason why there's so many, why everything is red and blacks in here is for a very specific reason.
Hiding the bloodstains.
I think that honestly, Harrow's a little taken in and doesn't remember why he's here.
Okay.
The super
He's-
hot redhead is just like
He's finally home.
framed him. So Yuri's either gonna keep me on track or we're gonna have a good time.
Okay, Yuri seems to be having an all right time himself. And he's watching the, but he is a bouncer. He's used to this kind of environment, so he's watching the various. He's like, have you seen a? And by the way, you got descriptions of these people. Victor Temple is an African American gentleman, very tall, about 6'5". Bald hair. You actually are able to YouTube him. He's actually a fairly well known record producer. Nellie Griffith, but also known as Nellie G, is a fashion designer and is a beautiful woman. Black hair that ends in blue tips. And is probably one of the more famous vampires in the world. The name Annabelle doesn't come up with much except an Asian college student. Looks like she's involved in a lot of like protests, especially environmental protests and like anti-corporation protests. And then the name Jasper doesn't come up anything on the internet. But you do have fairly good descriptions of at least Victor Temple and Nellie G. For Cece and Lily, you arrive at the address. It's more of a street corner. You're looking at a sewer grate.
Fun.
This is going to be a great night.
Want to play I Spy?
Sure, I'd love to.
I mean, it's the LA River. You spy a lot of concrete.
I was actually just gonna go for like I Spy something beginning with S. Sewer.
I spy something beginning with G.
Gray.
Gray concrete.
We're good at this.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Poor Scott.
Okay. For the for Harrow, your night is so CC and Lily. Your night's really boring. Really boring. Looking at a sewer grate. Harrow, your night's not that boring.
Having the literal time of his unlife.
Yeah.
I mean, like they knew I was coming based on the first person that talked when we walked in the door.
It looks, and Aki actually would have, when he figured out that you were going here, gave you a lot of cash to do what you want. So it's you really do have the time of your life. The club closes around 3, so you still have like 3 hours before dawn.
I was gonna say, so I'm there till like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm good looking too. You know, they might be asking me to stick around. You don't know.
There's, I would say at least 2 of the girls are interested. Vivi's really not, but you get the sense Vivi is she's actually the Toreador Primogen of LA, so she's
So she's upset that I just recently killed a very powerful.
no, she actually I would actually say that at some point she actually mentions Louis and how much he's an asshole and kind of actually thanks you for taking him out.
Brownie points.
But she does tell you that you're a little young for her.
There's always next century.
I was just gonna say, yeah, give it another couple centuries. She'll get there.
But yeah, otherwise but you still have a few hours before dawn when you finally leave the club. So, do you want to continue to stake it out, or do you want to try to find Lily and Cece?
I have a
Yuri's
feeling like I get out into the parking lot with Yuri, and I kind of like look around and be like, "Wait, didn't we come here to do something important?" Just like
Yuri
I didn't
also
see any
has
of those
probably had
guys.
the time of his life, so he's like, I don't know. Maybe, where's Lily and Cece?
God. We can't leave the boys alone. New rule. House rule.
It's all
No
good.
more no
If
more
they-
strip clubs for you.
All the strip clubs. I
I
mean,
probably
had
handed
they
out a
seen
couple
one of
business
our
cards.
targets, they would have done something.
Maybe we were handing out
Forgotten
business
that
cards.
they were a target? Probably.
We were handing out business cards. This was a very important business meeting.
Ugh.
Yeah, I guess we're just probably gonna continue staking out the club, but from the parking lot, because whatever. Apparently they're closing.
Okay, so I would say about an hour after they closed, and like you, or after you got back, like, Eki was like, "What are you two still doing here?" Like he walks up, like he pulls up in his. I'll say Eki is pretty ostentatious himself. His Viper, and are you still here? Where's Lily and Cece? Did you see Temple?
Lily and oh yeah, the girl. They went to stake out somewhere else. But yeah, no, we didn't see any of those guys.
You useless Harrow, useless.
That's just not true.
Would
Yuri.
you like a ride?
Yeah, that'd probably be pretty good.
You're
They never
gonna have
came
to
back.
cram in. There's only a 2-seater.
Yuri's got Groupons. He'll be fine.
Yuri, all right? I take shotgun. Yuri, there's only a shotgun. Yuri jumps into the passenger seat, and then Yuri does this. Come on.
He got inspired by a night of lap dances.
Pop the trunk. Pop the trunk.
Pops the trunk. It's
I
a
will get in
tight.
the trunk.
It is a tight fit.
I've been in worse, and I
Okay.
can escape it. We're fine.
Okay. Completely non-conducive to your stakeout, a ostentatious Viper pulls up beside the van. And this is really close to dawn. Delivery for CC and Lily. Like it's obviously Aggie knocking on the door.
Roll the window down. Hi, Eki. We haven't seen anything, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Nothing yet.
Yuri
Did the
climbs.
boys have better luck?
We had plenty luck. Yuri actually pops, punches down on the trunk to pop the trunk up. At which point, Harrow pours out of this trunk. You're muted.
Lipstick and glitter still all over me.
Oh yeah, shiny as shit from the.
Told you we'd sparkle. Gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah.
I will leave you in the sun to sparkle. Watch you go up in multicolored flames.
You won't like my backup character.
The just approaching dawn, you actually see the grate open up. Oh shit! Actually, I need all of you to make another frenzy check, humanity roll, please. As a Garou,
Honey,
you have to run.
I automatically fail,
Yeah,
and I'm in the driver's seat.
Yeah, the beast does not know how to drive, Eka.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, I'm getting out of the van and I'm fucking running because I have to fail this one.
So the grate just gets ripped off as
This is not good.
something that you've seen once before in the mountains between Reno and as a werewolf just
Is it the same one?
bundles
Okay.
bundles out of the sewer grate and just takes off towards up the river. It doesn't even seem to be going towards you. Does anyone at this? Lily is running the fuck away. Does anyone go after her?
I would say that because I would have started running as soon as I saw it coming out of the grate, I would probably be heading towards the hills, which means I'm going to be running even faster because it's going to be behind me.
Chasing you.
Were the
yes.
keys in the ignition?
Yes.
Yep.
Like
Okay.
she has to frenzy, so she is running the fuck away.
I
And
will probably
unfortunately,
yell shit and leap for the driver's seat of the car.
okay.
Yeah. I'm not gonna try and drive. Take it.
Well, that means you have to shoot, and I'm going to hand you to my gun.
I'm shotgun. Oh god. No, Yuri's here. Yuri can do the shooting. I just do the radio.
The werewolf, by the
And
way,
then
Just like the
I
TV,
flex up on the werewolves.
Just like the TV, right?
point of order.
Yep.
Since all this kind of happened at once, and the werewolf being the play, the werewolf is not paying attention to you at all. Has not seen you guys. The only reason this is even an issue is Lily is running the same direction as the werewolf started chasing off. So I need to.
And because of my celerity, I'm running super.
Yeah, you're
fucking
running.
fast.
You're running about 40 miles an hour.
God damn it.
Eki will go ahead and activate. Eki doesn't have anything for this. Yeah, so Eki's like. Eki actually throws Harrow the keys to his Viper. Go get her.
Like, not even has like keys, spin, car, gear, floored.
And Eki actually. Eki will go ahead and he's going to chase after the werewolf to try to slow the werewolf down. Because as far as Eki's perspective is, the werewolf's kind of chasing you right now. So you see Eki. This is really weird. Eki goes full Protean as soon as he kind of intercepts the wolf, turns into a giant constrictor snake, and wraps himself around the werewolf. So in the middle of this cement pit is two impossible creatures in a fight.
Love it.
Great.
I love
Is
everything
the
about
Viper
this.
able to overcome Lily's speed? I know she's quick. I don't know how quick.
Oh yeah, she's not. She's running 40 miles an hour. The van could, but the Viper is able to like. The Viper's acceleration is way better. So you're and
I'm
the
gonna
handling is
fishtail that shit in front of Lily, and push the passenger door open. Hopefully that she can get her head again together and get into the car.
Lily, you actually kind of tumble into the car. You're still like you all you care about is getting the hell away from whatever the fuck that is.
Must flee, must get out.
You're muted.
You did.
Damn it! And I'm like, shut up, we're fleeing, and tearing off.
Okay, driving down the LA River.
Back towards the smoothest road I can find. It's a Viper, not an ATV.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way back onto the river. See, basically, you're sitting there. You and Yuri are basically sitting there watching a snake and a werewolf battle it out. As soon as Eki sees that Lily is gone, he actually releases the werewolf, sits there, hisses at him, and actually the werewolf backs off and runs into the hills. At around this time, though, because it's really close to dawn, you turn around and you see actually two shadows running the other direction and darting into the buildings, and then one other person, looks like a tall, bald-headed gentleman, walk back into the sewers.
Hey guys. So Yuri and Eki.
But it's about 15 minutes till sunrise.
So it would be safer to go back into the sewers because then we're at least not in the sunlight. Or do
the
I
van.
know what building they ran into?
No, you saw them duck into the building. You would have lost sight of them because honestly,
Okay.
the more interesting thing was the
Way more interesting.
So the back of the van
Job.
is set up for being completely dark back there.
Yeah, and it was at least two people could be comfortably. I guess all three of us could nap together if we don't mind cuddling.
Eki
Yeah.
says not to worry about him. It's fine. He's got this.
All right, then I guess it's Yuri and I bunking up.
Okay. Harrow and Lily.
Well, if I have calmed down
Yeah.
and we can't get back to the van in time, I suggest we actually go into the trunk.
You two can't fit in the trunk together. Harrow could barely fit in the trunk by himself. It's a Viper.
Okay.
It's not.
Can we make it to the van?
Yes, you can make it to the van. You could probably make it to this, and you could probably make it to the sewers.
Sewers or the van? I would say maybe the
Sewers.
sewers.
Yeah. Sewers.
Yeah. We'll go to the sewers. We'll get far enough in that it's not going to be sunlight, and we're, I guess, gonna knock.
You're going back to the grate.
Yeah.
Okay. The grate's open. There's nothing to knock. You knock on the walls, but no one.
Well,
really
I mean, once we get down
Okay.
away from the sunlight to what? Well, I guess according to the description in their show, it's actually a tunnel initially.
Yeah, it's a tunnel. With the time, you guys would be spending willpower to get much deeper than just hiding from the sun in that tunnel. So you can get into the tunnel. Sun rises, at which point the call of torpor is setting into you pretty strong.
We
You're
collapse.
behind a corner, so you're not going to get hit by sunlight, but you should be fine. Okay. As far as you guys know, Eki is still out in the sun.
Well, he get turned into a giant snake, so I'm just going to assume he's fine.
And once CC gets into the sewer,
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and take the Viper, see if I can't get his attention. Not long. Like,
Lily,
clock's ticking.
Lily into the sewer.
Damn it! I was doing so well tonight, too.
So
Lily's in the sewer.
as soon as Lily's in the sewer, you climb into the trunk and close the lid.
No, I'm actually going to floor the car for where the fight is going on, honking the horn. Like, see, like if I can get him to like break off from the werewolf and get in the car.
No. He's already broken off at this point.
They already split
he
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that.
He's
Sorry.
he's just kind of nonchalantly walking back to the van. Like he's probably nonchalantly walking to the grate. Like he's not in a hurry.
Well, I'm still gonna tear off to see if I can get to him and get him inside, just because he can be in the daylight. I don't know that. I'm just trying to be the nice guy here because he gave me his cool car and it's fast.
Okay. He's like, hey, thank you for your concern, Harrow. You might want to get into the trunk or get into the sewers.
Okay, back to the sewers I go then. Whatever.
He does jump into the passenger side and thanks you for your concern, and goes into the sewers with you. But as the day torpor takes you, he seems to not like he's actually
He doesn't care.
exploring down there. So as sun rises, the day takes it. Sunset comes. All of you wake up. Cece and Yuri in the van. Lily and Harrow in the sewers. Eki is nowhere to be seen. The Viper is nowhere to be seen.
Damn.
As are you going to explore further down, or are you done?
Oh no, I'm exploring further down.
Okay. You guys come to a room. It's well appointed, decently kept up. CC and Yuri, are you headed there as well?
I'm gonna assume so. Yeah. Why we would all join up again.
Okay. So as you guys come into the room, it's a well-appointed room. The only thing of weird note is the giant cage that sits in the middle of the room with a melted lock. And the copious amounts of blood that seem to be everywhere.
Guessing the werewolf was probably in the cage at some point.
I don't know. We could take a look at the cage. Can we do some sort of investigation check?
Actually, Lily, because of your newfound proclivities, you can tell the blood in the cage is not werewolf; it is vampire, and it tastes and it smells good.
I'm going to lean to
And
Harrow.
fresh, and actually, just about all the blood here is vampire.
I'm going to lean to Harrow and say, werewolf's not in the cage. I think a vampire was. I am not going to mention how good it smells.
Okay.
Well, I guess we should take a look around to see if the Baron of the Valley or Nellie G or this Annabelle or Jasper or anywhere in here.
You don't really see these signs of life. You see some. It looks like torn clothing. A lot of it looks like designer suits and at least one designer dress. Somebody just lost. Probably for those who know of fashion, probably there's $10,000 worth of clothes down here in shreds.
Well, fuck. I guess maybe we were too late? Do we know where Victor or Nellie G would normally hang out when they weren't trying to find this Jasper person?
Victor is apparently the Baron of the Valley, so he probably has a headquarters somewhere in there. Nellie G is a fairly well-known fashion designer, so there might be anything going on at the night that would require people to be seen. She might
There's
be there.
there's no bodies though. It's just blood.
No bodies, just blood.
And they didn't pass us on the way out,
Nope.
which means they went into the sewer.
You have no idea. But assuming they're all vampires, honestly, you're not entirely sure how Ecky's not around. Because everybody should have woke up at the same time. Oh, and yes, Ecky would have given you his fresh number.
Yay!
So we probably could at least text him to let him know what we're finding down here.
Mm-hmm.
Signal.
Yeah? Yeah,
Maybe send him some pictures.
I'll go far enough out to be able to text Ecky that seems like there was some sort of fight. A vampire was
He
possibly...
texts you back. We found Nellie, Annabelle, and some woman named Tara. If you still no word of Jasper or Victor, if you find them, let me know.
All right, let's look deeper. Yeah, I would like to look around to try to get an idea if maybe Jasper, which had already been mentioned, was the Nosferatu, right?
Mm-hmm.
If maybe he had left going down into the sewers, if there's any evidence of tracks going that way, or if there's any evidence Victor...
Make a wits investigation roll.
Okay, that's going to be 2 dice.
Can
You
heightened
guys are
senses
great at
assist
this.
in this?
Yes, heightened senses
Can
can
heightened
enhance
senses
with
help
this.
in this?
Yes.
Because, I have heightened senses, and then just roll the typical investigation on top of that.
Yeah, wits investigation and heightened senses.
Wits. Is it just an extra dot for the heightened senses then?
Yeah.
40 down.
I could try and help with wits investigation.
Okay.
I would like that, please.
We're really good at this.
Yeah.
It's a sewer.
Guys, we're in a sewer.
Can I? I hate
Can
to
I-
even ask if I can smell if someone was injured going down. And
You don't have aspects. No, so
no, I don't. I was just wondering because now vampire blood's like vampires.
Yeah, it smells
actually
good to
smell.
you, but you don't have any heightened sense of smell.
Yeah.
I can Auspex.
Yeah, if you want to
I was
aspect,
gonna say,
yeah,
yeah, I'll do that.
So there's a few things. One of the books seems to not be a book on one of the bookcases. It looks more like a switch.
Okay.
Under your aspects, you also see symbols above in the and some of the passages going up. It looks like a little rat
Ooh.
on its hind legs. It seems to be a mark of almost like to mark a maze. Like it seems to be indicating turns. You also see every once in a while a dead rat. And
Rats in a maze.
if you've noticed a dead rat, you also notice most of the time there's a tripwire, like one that's been broken. But one of them you actually see the tripwire is still intact. It looks like there's trapped parts in this cavern as well.
Okay. Is there anything in particular that I could, other symbols or runes or anything, that I can try and see if there are like written instructions? It seems pretty straightforward, just in case I don't want to miss anything, like in the
No,
books or something.
the only thing you see is on the books is that one of them is on a book. It's a switch. The rest of the books all just seem to be like crappy YA novels. Actually, like he doesn't really have much the best
Love it.
taste.
Sparkly vampire
Okay.
novels.
Turn the switch. Turn the switch. Do it. Do it.
Well, I want to make sure the switch doesn't in some way correspond with that little tripwire, what with the dead rat and such. Is there a way to deduce that?
No,
Can I
not
make
without
sure?
not without flipping the switch. And as far as I know, none of you guys have any telekinetic abilities. So
Not yet. I'm working on it.
okay.
I'm gonna get there.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think I have anything else for
Okay.
that. I can rapid reflex like real fast, smack the switch,
Okay.
and like run away again.
You smack this. Is that what you do?
I tell them what I'm doing. Kind of. I tell them enough, like, hey guys, look, there's a map and a switch, and then I do it.
Okay. The book slides over. It opens up to a closet. There seems to be a lot of black hoodies.
Do they look comfy?
They look super comfy. They're like
I want one.
rayon.
want one too.
They're like modal cotton fabric. They're really comfy. There also seems to be also looks like a double bag at the bottom of that closet.
Can we look in the duffel bag?
Can I check that there's not a tripwire going into the closet? The paranoia is
It's
still strong.
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 Make a wits perception check, please.
Okay.
I don't think there's a perception.
I was gonna say, would
sorry,
it be wits
wits.
awareness?
Wits awareness. Sorry, again,
Okay. No worries.
the joys of
Two
Running
very
two
different-
systems, yeah.
Yeah.
with very similar but not quite the same words.
Ooh.
Oh.
You jinxed it by saying I was a natural boardroom.
Can the professional thief?
Oh wait, can I reroll?
Yes,
I have my rerolls.
You can spend a reroll,
Yes!
which is
Oh, thank
probably a good idea because you were about to get a
Yes,
compulsion.
please.
You were about to get another
No.
TV scene.
Oh god. Actually, if that's all it is, that's fine because I like those, but I don't want to flex on a werewolf again. That
Yeah.
didn't go.
Could I
I
do
thought that was
a
hilarious.
wits larceny check to see if I notice anything?
That's what I was saying. You got a professional thief here. Could like grab her shoulder. What the fuck are you doing?
Ha!
Yeah.
I
Okay.
did better.
There is no there's no like tripwire here, but you can tell that there's something tied to the bottom of this duffel bag. You can probably open the duffel bag and search around it, but if you tried to pick up the duffel bag, something would trip.
Okay. I would call their attention to it then.
Okay.
Just like,
Okay.
hey guys, see, I'm not crazy. There's a trap here.
Aren't you though?
Okay.
Always
I
with
would
you,
like
then.
to look in the duffel bag.
Okay. Two handgun. So in the duffel bag, you can see two handguns, a metal flask containing some type of liquid. You have no idea what it is. Handcuffs of a very strong steel. You think even you couldn't break out of them. Two stun guns and some type of aerosol container. Like it looks like pepper spray, but but it doesn't have any markings on it. It's just kind of a steel container.
Okay, well. Yeah, let's start gently taking out these materials. And I guess we should actually write down what. I'd like to take one of the guns.
Okay. The guns are standard 40 millimeter handguns. They're standard law enforcement issue weapons.
I'd like to take the handcuffs too.
The rounds, however, you recognize from the rounds that you smuggled to Reno. They seem to be some type of incendiary round, specifically made to hunt vampires.
I was
Can I
just
have
gonna
one too?
say.
Can I have one too?
Yeah, you can have the other handgun and we'll split up the incendiary round.
I want to investigate that vial of liquid. I want to know what that's about.
There's the flask and then there's the aerosol spray container. Which one do you want to investigate?
Both, but I guess the flask first.
Okay, so the flask, you can hear liquid sloshing around. Do you want to open it, or do you want to just otherwise all you can really glean is there's some type of liquid in here.
Well, yeah, I guess I'll open it to.
Okay, it smells faintly of alcohol, but actually, give me an occult roll. So give me an intelligence occult roll.
Thank you.
Oh, nice, very nice. You're pretty sure this is what they call basilisk poison. It is one of the few poisons that actually work on vampires.
In my pocket.
Investigating this and kind of looking at the aerosol sprayer, you're pretty sure the aerosol container has the same type of stuff.
It's vampire mace, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. I will also take that because, again, with the not being able to use guns, this will come in handy, I'm sure.
Okay.
Very nice. Make sure you write it down so we can remember it.
Thank you, yes. Also a hoodie, if I don't think, can I leave a note? Like, I'll return the hoodie, I promise it's just cold in here.
Sure.
Would it be cold in the sewer?
Well,
It's LA. It's late October, LA. It's colder in the sewer than it is outside. But...
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna borrow the hoodie.
Oh yeah.
I'll leave a note that I'll return it, I promise.
But you're you're also a vampire. You don't really have an internal body temperature, anyways. So
it's just for comfort.
Yeah.
I don't want my clothes in the sewer. If I cover it, I feel a little bit cleaner, just a little bit. No germs.
so I am going to mention to Harrow with us finding these incendiary rounds if CC actually lets us know about the basilisk oil
poison.
Yeah,
poison.
yeah.
I think Victor and his peeps took out the FBI who might be hunting vampires. Do we know anything about any sort of human that would
hunt vampires? Yeah. You guys are well aware. You guys have been hearing rumors about the Second Inquisition for a bit, and they are supposed to have fingers in all of the alphabet agencies.
Alphabet agency. That makes sense. All right. Well, I would like to concentrate, I think, on finding Jasp. I mean, we can put feelers out for if Victor's seen out and about, but I kind of want to go deeper into Victor's, trying to follow those symbols that Cece pointed out to see if we could find him.
Okay.
I'm totally taking a hoodie too, by the way.
Twinsies.
Yep.
You know, Harrow's gonna stay in his really nice outfit.
Sure, get it covered in shit water.
It already is at this point, so
I was, yeah, right.
not gonna help.
Okay, so you guys are gonna go deeper into the labyrinth. So it is a sewer, so it's very grid system. It's not a maze. But you follow the symbols to get your way out.
Yep.
Okay, it's pretty simple. As you make your way about halfway through, actually, you hear some grumbling. Yuri, by the way, says, I will, I'll keep watch at the grid. I'm not a fan of the sewers myself.
Understandable.
But about halfway through the labyrinth, or what you think is halfway through, considering you know where it begins, where it ends. You've traveled for around 2.5 miles at this point. You actually hear some like grumbling and like it smells horrible in here. It's a fucking sewer. What do you think? It's gonna smell good in here? And you hear two. It sounds like male voices bickering about something. And everyone's like, I didn't sign on for this bullshit. I thought I was going to be out hunting terrorists, not staking around sewers for fucking myths.
Okay, hearing that, I would like to go ahead and use Cloak of Shadows. I have to. Is that the one that I have to stay still for? Oh shit. Well, okay, I'm not going to do that yet. I would like to sneak up on these two people.
Okay.
I also would like to sneak much better than her.
Dexterity stealth checks for who's ever trying to sneak.
I can't. I don't think I can sneak. I don't think that's a thing CC does. Hold on.
No breaking
Yeah.
into on this one, so. Ooh, what's that?
Jesus.
Told you I was going to do it much better. I mean, you helped, but
Yep.
What exactly would
Did
this
I do
roll
well
be
enough
other
that I
than
could help?
stealth?
did I do well enough that I could help her?
Can I do a reroll?
You can spend a reroll.
That's
Better.
a little better. Still not as good as Harrow, but
Professional thief, even in a sewer.
Okay, they don't seem to spot either one of you. In fact, one of them looks absolutely lost. Like you hear him bang his head against. You hear or like low hanging pipes that are sometimes in sewer. You hear one go bang, and it echoes through the entire sewer. Motherfucker! Ow! And like you actually come across these two gentlemen. One's just holding his head. He has a firearm out, but it's like kind of dangling right now as he's just gripping his head. Like, that hurts so much. Wow. And like the other one is yelling at him to watch where he's going. They don't seem to be paying attention at all right now.
Good, because I'm not sneaking.
Does one of them seem to be in charge of the other?
Well, right now the one that didn't seem to concuss himself seems in charge, but you don't know if that's a situational thing or.
All right, so I am going to gently pull out the handcuffs,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to motion to Harrow at the one.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, can I tell if they're human?
Yeah, they're human.
Can
again,
I just cloud their memory?
Okay, so I'll say this. One of
Well,
them
I
is.
want to interrogate him.
Let me fully explain. Cece, you actually recognize the one that's gripping in his head, especially when you do the aura thing, because the one that's not is fully human. This one seems to be human, but with that weird spirit rider again. He's the guy that was holding the camera from before.
I try to very quietly tell Lily, that's the one from the car. That's the one you shot at.
All right, so long as I notice her pointing and trying to mouth, I'll go for the one holding his head, and I am going to try to grapple him and handcuff him.
Okay.
And
While
rip
you're
him.
doing that, does anybody want to handle the one that's actually mildly aware?
That sounds like my problem, I guess.
Okay.
I did my part.
So with the revolver,
Mhm.
not the new incendiary gun, because whatever. I don't have spare ammunition for this thing anyway. I'm going to kind of like right in the back of his head, audibly click the hammer
Okay.
and just be like, "Don't move."
Give me a manipulation, intimidation roll +2 on those dice because that is that. Yeah, it's like because and
Because of a gun.
because again, fuck it. I'll give you your appearance rating too on this one because why not?
Oh, poor Cece.
I should have been pretty. I told myself it wouldn't be necessary. Damn it.
I promise my next character will not be pretty if it's any consolation.
I think if Cece dies, I'm going Nosferatu for sure.
No, I already called it. No.
No! Then we just can't
Anyhow.
die at the same time.
Twinsies.
So, and for the handcuffing, give me a strength athletics check. Give me a dexterity athletics check to handcuff that. If you have a specialty in, sorry, athletics. No, sorry. Give me a dexterity brawl check. If you have a specialty in grappling, that will add to it.
I do have a specialty in grappling. That's not right. I accidentally hit 7. It's supposed to be 6.
I'll drop the 5. So 1, 2.
Oh, but I just okay.
1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2. Whatever. It's not a big deal. So 3. Yeah, you handcuff this guy, and the other one basically. It's hard to tell because the sewer always smells like shit, but you're pretty sure that this guy just shit himself. Harrow. Don't kill us. Who are you people? We're agents of the federal government. If you hurt us, a shitstorm will fall down upon your heads.
Cool.
Oh,
So
darling, we're just lost in here, and we thought you were going to attack us.
We're going to go one at a time. Which one of you is the senior officer? Or agent, whichever alphabet soup
The one
that
who
you play for.
currently has a giant welt on his head and is handcuffed. That would be me.
Lily, can you handle questioning him?
I would love CC to assist me.
Fine. You two question
If we're not
him.
trying to terrify them, I can help.
Me and the rookie are just going to stand here quietly and let the senior people talk. And I'm going to give a little nudge just to make sure he understands that I'm calling him a rookie.
He still has his hands up, and he's like, that sounds good.
Okay, so first I am going to divest this person of any weapons I can find on him.
He has a handgun, a handcuff key, and some handcuffs. He's not.
More handcuffs. Yay!
And 2 magazines. One is marked with with like blue tape on it, and you can tell it's the same rounds that you found in that bag. The magazine, however, that's currently on the gun is just standard hollow point rounds. They're not.
Hollow point. Nasty. Cece, where should we start? We've been wandering down here for a while. I believe we are also trying to find someone.
Which one was the one that was in the sewer? I've kind of lost track.
Jasper.
Jasper, thank
We're
you.
looking for Victor and Jasper.
Because it was Victor was the okay. Yes.
We're looking for them
So-
too. Are they're friends of yours? You
I
should
would-
let them. You should let your friends know to turn themselves in. They are in a world of trouble.
I would not say they are friends necessarily.
No.
What do you want them for?
I don't know. I'm just doing my orders. I'm doing my duties.
What are your orders?
To bring them in for questioning.
Guarding
To who?
which-
To and at which point his eyes kind of glaze over. It's none of your fucking business, you lick.
Did he say lick? I want to lick him in the face.
He doesn't even flinch. His eyes just are blank stares. His voice, by the way, like dropped an octave. CC, if assuming Aspect is still up, which I don't see the reason why it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
His aura is changed significantly. That Spirit Rider is now in charge, and it's
Yes.
corrupt and just like as you're in a sewer and this thing is the most disgusting thing around. Whatever is clinging to his soul is evil, not like with a capital E.
Capital E. Okay. Can I identify anything else about it, like what type of possession this might be, or?
Give me a intelligence occult check.
Okay.
Does the junior
Could I-
officer seem
could I
surprised at
do-
all about the shift in tone and vocabulary?
Yeah, he actually looks stunned. He's trying to recover his own. He's trying to look as stoic as possible, but yeah, you can tell that he was.
Could I do an intelligence check?
The same as CC is doing?
Well, I can't actually see it though, but he changed. He shifted.
Right. And so, no. Because he's looking at his aura. You got a 1, CC? Yeah, it's demonic.
Okay.
Like, straight up a demon. It's...
I would.
So...
I would definitely be like, tell Lily that that's a demon in there, in him. There.
Now can I
That
do
area.
an intelligence
Sure.
occult? All right.
Since I did so atrociously.
Mhm.
Better?
Okay,
Yay!
so a demon, and now you and align with that with the other. Specifically, this is a fallen, which puts it. These are myths even in the vampire community. Like most vampires don't believe demons are a thing in the real world. They infect deceased bodies and reanimate them. They are ungodly powerful, but they need faith to exist. They tend to create cults around themselves. But what that cult is doesn't necessarily. It just has to. People just have to believe in their vessel. It doesn't matter what they actually believe about their vessel. So, but depending upon how long this demon has been here, he could be as weak as a human, or he could be like world-endingly badass. But as far as you can tell right now, and with his inability to see a fucking pipe, he's probably hasn't been around very long.
Probably.
Okay.
So what do you want,
Hello?
Lick?
High fallen.
Don't call me that.
Why
Don't
not?
call us Lick.
I mean, we could get some more chains if you're not feeling bound.
Okay, at that one, he's actually going to try to break his bonds. Okay, so at this point, his partner is going to go catatonic, and all of you are going to have to do frenzy checks again because he's going to invoke his angelic form. As spikes start erupting from his skin, his body turns gray and ashen. Horns begin forming. A fiery halo appears above his head. His hands become more like avian talons. His forearms flex against the handcuffs.
It's a good thing I grabbed those super strong handcuffs then.
Mm-hmm.
So the frenzy humanity, right?
Mm-hmm. Difficulty 3, by the way.
Oh, yay! I actually made it!
I'm G. Harrow. Nice. You jinxed yourself again.
So, Harrow, I have to ask. Do you think Harrow's friends? This is a fight or flight instinct for Harrow.
I really wish I would be able to say fight, but Harrow's just not the fighting sport.
So you are compelled to run the fuck away.
Yeah.
My companions have not shown a lot of spine in these last two encounters, let me say.
I wish that he was the kind of guy that would turn around and use his illusionary powers to like do the same shit back. That's what I wanted to do.
It
but
might actually be a good thing because the strength check from the transformation just rolled and he succeeded.
Going into combat!
Can I have had D4 Whistle
Shit.
to knock the dude out on my way
He
past?
passed out.
He passed out.
Oh. Cool. Then
Yeah.
never mind. He's already done.
He just
Like
Gotcha.
seizure, just.
Gotcha. Yeah.
poor guy.
Yeah.
I'm taking off down the sewer. Heightened senses so I don't run into a pipe.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
So,
Uh,
for his action, he breaks his handcuffs. What do you get? What is CC and?
Can I quick shift to incendiary rounds and fire?
Sure.
Okay, so dexterity firearms?
Do you want to use your thing?
I do, which
So
means I need a
rouse check.
rouse check. Which I fail.
You get hungry.
I am hungry.
No.
Bite the demon. Bite the demon. Suck his blood.
I was gonna say there's a passed out body on the floor in the sewer if you don't mind that aftertaste.
Oh, we just lost CC.
Yep, she's coming back.
Alright.
Oh,
Alright.
sorry, power flickered.
Okay.
Really?
So,
Mine didn't.
Alright, I'm
just good for the whole
hungrier,
house.
but that's 4 successes.
okay. So.
You're on a different generator than us, though. So
Time slows.
So time slows. You aim right at his ugly maw. Fire your incendiary rounds and realize as the bullet leaves the chamber that fire and demons are probably not.
Yeah, that makes sense. I need to switch to the silver rounds, I guess.
Yeah.
Which I talked about that I had spent some
Yeah.
time getting.
That's probably gonna help, but you didn't do that this
That
round.
that was my turn though.
Yeah.
Damn it. I was gonna say, can we do the heist thing again? Where I'm like, but I use premonition and
no. We're not nice.
I would probably use premonition now though anyway. I wanna know see if I could tell like what the demon's going to do. Has he broken free of the handcuffs yet?
Yeah, the
Yep.
handcuffs are
Okay.
just snapped.
They're just gone.
Yeah, they're snapped.
Okay.
Most likely, he is going to eviscerate. He is going to try to eviscerate anybody within his reach. He is, but your premonition kind of tells you like a lot of he's a lot of muscle. He's not a lot of speed. Like he is a lumbering form, and in fact, he's taking with the low ceilings. He's probably actually slower than he'd normally be. This is not a form for tunnel fighting.
I would tell Lily, just run. Trust me and run.
You grab the human and go.
How heavy is that guy? Because Harrow's gone and can't help me out.
Rookie FBI agent, so he's a lot of muscle. I'd say 165.
Would I be able to carry him with my 1 point in strength?
No, you might be able to drag him, but
Because I just drag him through the sewage. It'll be fine.
I'm super fine doing that if it doesn't slow me down. I'll try.
it would definitely slow you down.
Could she
Damn
rouse
it.
the blood for more strength?
Or
Yes.
Something like that?
You could
That's a thing.
rouse blood. You could do a rouse check and add a point to your strength, and then you would be able to drag him without it slowing you down.
I would also say, or at least get out your.
Oh, that was the other thing. Would I know if basilisk poison would work on demons?
You have no idea.
I could test it. I've got the spray can.
You can
Just
try.
spray some in his face. That doesn't sound encouraging.
You can always try.
I'll try a quick little spritz as I'm preparing to grab the guy and book it.
Okay. Aerosols. I actually need Lily backed up with her handgun, so that's fine. Yeah, he screams in pain. At least you think it's pain because, like, it's so deep and guttural. It kind of sounds like a roar at the same time and is bouncing off, but he got claws at his own eyes. They seem to be like bleeding profusely out of his eyes.
Double down on the spray.
Okay.
Just hold it till it runs out.
He clutches his face and he actually turns and books it down low.
We could catch him and maybe kill him now. Or at least exorcise him from the body if this is poison to him.
So was
I
that
have the
his
flask.
turn?
We could make him drink it.
Was that his turn? He started running.
Yeah, do you want to shoot at him?
Yeah, but I want to switch to silver bullets,
You're fast enough. It's easy enough.
and I will go ahead and use unerring aim again.
Rouse check again.
Oh man, Lily's gonna be so hungry by the end of this.
On the bright side, you have a snack.
I was just going to say she's going to end up eating the dude.
All right, and
Don't eat the
dexterity.
dude.
Hopefully, if I. That's pretty damn good.
Is he running in Harrow's direction? Am I going to get
No,
clipped also?
I figured the other way.
he ran the other way. But Cece, nerves of steel, now having the right type of ammunition in her gun. Lily, sorry, I'm pulling a Chester now. Lily, nerves of steel, aims right at the base of the spinal column. Pops just shot off. You see arterial blood just spray across in front of him. It collapses. He seems to still be blinking, but you get the sense that you severed his spinal cord. He's dead. I mean, he's dying.
Oh, I'll totally walk up and put one right in his head to make sure he's gone.
Okay. As you do, his form fades, and all that's left is a human body, hole in his neck, hole in his head, and actually it looks like automatic gunfire all across his back.
Does Sense the Unseen tell me anything about the demon leaving its body? As he
You would have
dies?
actually seen the. So this is actually. Thank you for reminding me. As a Malkavian, not Sense the Unseen, but as a Malkavian, you actually see the ground underneath its body seem to open up like a maw as chains wrap around the shadowy form that's trying to escape and pull it down into the earth.
Okay.
He's gone.
Lily doesn't know this though, so she is picking up the other guy and grabbing Cece and heading after Harrow.
Okay.
And Lily has 3 points of strength, so I'm pretty sure she can just
Yeah.
fireman carry that guy.
Yeah. You have no problem carrying that guy.
So I'm just running to play catch up then to update you, basically, that the dude's dead. The demon's gone. He went back. There was nothing else on or about the body.
I had already like
Oh,
taken
then
everything
yeah.
off.
Then
Wait.
yeah.
Wait, you saw something? You saw something?
Yeah. When he died, I saw the demon trying to escape but being dragged back to hell.
Cool. I just saw him turn back to human and suddenly get a whole lot of bullet holes.
That too, but that's what this demon does. They prey on those who are sick and dying.
I thought demons actually took over or dead bodies.
I think it depends on the type of demon. I'm not sure in this universe. Sorry, out of character.
And okay, so
I'm talking about like real. Sorry.
so in World of Darkness, this is how
Thank
demons
you.
work.
Okay.
And by the way, both of you could definitely have that conversation because it actually works as both.
Yay!
How it works is any human that's on the verge of death, when their soul is about to pass, the demon is able to make them a bargain, and both.
Okay. And so that's how they make the deal then.
Yeah.
You're dying anyway. I can help with this. Okay.
I can stave that off.
So, all right. Then I would say it as if I would assume Lily doesn't know. I don't know if she would or not, but I would explain that and how, since the body that it was serving as its host died, essentially the gates of hell opened up and dragged it back since it failed.
Lily does actually come back with, I've heard that happens, but I've never heard of someone being able to see it. So it's really cool that you can.
I'm glad you think it's cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
and on that note, I think that's where we'll stop for tonight. As it is now 6:05.
Okay. We'll have to remember we have a human prisoner at the moment.
Who works for the FBI?
Who works for the
And
FBI.
shit himself.
Hopefully we can keep him alive because, there's a dude that we need to the area that you very much want to eat.
I don't know if I want to eat him. I mean,
You
I'm
said you
sure
didn't.
I'm sure he
Yeah.
smells delicious. I think with the whole Victor thing, us just taking the demon out is going to help him a bit. But that we'll find out next week.
Yeah. Have a good
You're
night, everybody.
muted again. Chester, you're muted.
Wilkins is the guy you want to eat who runs all the alphabet.
Yeah.
Oh
now we
yeah,
have our
that's
own
right.
alphabet soup
Yeah.
guy that we could,